morning, Dubai. Good morning to everyone except for those who booed Taylor Swift at the Super Bowl halftime show. Our top stories on the Lovin Dubai show for you today are key Dubai residential areas will be transformed into car-free zones.
And Dubai welcomed over 18 million visitors in 2024.
While most of us watched Netflix, one athlete ran across 7 Emirates in 6 days for charity.
And an expat spills the tea on life in Dubai, and it's totally relatable.
And later on in the show, we're going to talk about going from silence to major success. Shezad Nawab, MBE on overcoming barriers and building a legacy. Shezad Nawab.
And in today's rapid weather report, it's mostly sunny, temperatures ranging between 20 and 26 Celsius. It's really cold.
Yeah, exactly. It's really cold. It feels like a fridge when you leave the house. This is why I get to wear jumpers every single day.
I layer up so much, you know, like if I could tell you how many shirts I have under this.
We're just not used to it. I just feel like every store is full of coats. I'd say people are just making hand over fist because no one is prepared for this chilly weather.
This year it's specifically very cold. I don't know why, but I'm enjoying it, honestly. I hope it lasts for so long.
I hate it.
I love it.
Hate it.
But apparently Taylor Swift was booed at the Super Bowl?
Yeah, she's also not enjoying life today. Well, she may not mind. Look at her face.
She looks like she's fine with it, you know? She has such thick skin.
I'd say she's surprised.
She has such thick skin. Like, this lady... Why do people hate Taylor Swift? That's my question. Like, I just genuinely want to ask people, why do you hate Taylor Swift?
Why do people boo people in real time? Like, unless you are killing people.
Unless you're a criminal,
unless
yes, exactly.
You're a criminal, fair enough. But Taylor Swift, all she's done is been a boss woman, entrepreneur, showed us like a new level of live shows that have never been seen.
Hitting the charts, breaking records. Why?
Getting her own back on people who, you know, pulled skits on her. I don't know, what was that guy, Scooter Braun, who got rid of her...
Also, like, every time she's so...
Sorry.
And she takes it like a champ. Like, if someone calls her out on a specific thing, she'll create a song. She's like, oh, look what you made me do.
Well, maybe that will come from this. So, if anyone's just waking up, Super Bowl halftime, we're not a sports show, but we know Travis Kelce. So the Chiefs did not play well. The score was mightily against their favour. That's Taylor's boyfriend's team. Haven't done well. They've lost. Kendrick Lamar put on an epic halftime show, and when they put Taylor Swift on the big screen, she got booed, so much to the fact that Serena Williams had to send a tweet saying, don't listen to those boos.
Do you think they booed her because of her boyfriend or because of her?
I would say on a stage that people pay, it's because she just happens to be, and maybe because her boyfriend's team was losing.
Maybe,
and you know the way sports... He was at dinner 2 nights ago. Right?
Yeah.
Did you see those photos? Because
No,
I did.
I didn't.
Taylor Swift was at a dinner with her boyfriend 2 nights ago. Maybe they're thinking, why was he there when his team is losing? He obviously should have been training.
Take a break?
No, but you know the way, remember like David Beckham over the years, he got killed by the media when he didn't play well because his hairstyle was nice, you know? Like
they find any excuse.
They find an excuse, and she's there and they're probably thinking I don't know. I have no idea. I'm just guessing.
I don't know, but I just want to understand. Like, do you see her at the Grammys? She was dancing and supporting every single
at the
angel
Grammys,
like this.
Yeah.
Really. And she looked so good at the Grammys. She's just happy vibes, you know? This girl, she just wants to make music. Just leave her be. She's so unproblematic. Like, what problems did she create?
I don't know.
Nothing.
Yeah.
I've heard of Ariana Grande of breaking a family.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay.
But nothing from Taylor Swift.
Fair enough. You know, if you're watching this, Taylor, I hope you just heard that, because we wish nothing but love and support for you.
Yeah.
You didn't deserve the booze.
Listen, I'm not a fan, but I love you.
Yeah, I'm not a major Swiftie either.
It's just,
but like, I see what she's done, and I just
Yeah,
think like empowering female positivity vibes.
and she's
like,
not a nepo baby. Like, she worked herself up.
and she's not out like partying every night. She's such a great role model for young women.
100%, I agree with that.
You know what that stadium is full of?
Losers.
Yeah. I would have said something different, but that's actually better. That's more
And they lost. I'm joking.
non-gender biased while we're on a morning show. Okay, 8:35. I loved this story this weekend. Dubai will transform residential areas into car-free zones.
Wow.
So this is called, these are AI generated, by the way, before you flip. They look amazing, but they're not reality. Dubai's Super Block initiative will create car-free zones in residential areas. Basically, they plan to prioritise pedestrians and cyclists for a greener, more sustainable city.
His Highness Sheikh Hamdan announced a super block initiative on X, aligning with Dubai's 2040 urban master plan to enhance infrastructure and promote sustainability. So which communities are going to be car-free?
Right now we've got 4. We've got Al Fahidi,
Thank God,
Abu
Fahidi.
Hail. You love Al Fahidi?
Yeah, but I hate the cars that are around the area because...
It's hard to navigate.
And it's hard to find parking.
In your car with all of the people around you. Abu Hail, Al Karama and also Al Khuz Creative Zone are set to go pedestrian friendly, adding more green spaces to public spots to bring the people together and enhance our everyday living.
Imagine the area around Sarkal Avenue that's all green and pedestrian friendly.
How would we do that? Because that's full of cars.
I feel like you'll have more... It's all of yeah. Where will you park though? If I want to go to Cole's Creative Zone, where will I park? That's 2040. That's in 20 years.
What? It's 2025. It's 15 years. But this is on the way. So this
I'm
is
stuck in
gonna happen
2020.
But maybe it's the zones that they make there. It's not going to be massive.
I think specific creative zones.
It's specific areas. So Karama, that whole Golden Diamond Zouk, there isn't. It's actually quite pedestrian already, but they're going to make it more pedestrian friendly and more cycle friendly.
I like that, you know. Sometimes when you walk, you don't want to hear the noise of the cars.
It's just a nicer environment.
Or no pollution, like nothing. You know?
Yeah, they did it in Ireland before. Like our main. Oh no, I could be wrong. That's always. They made some streets car free, and at the beginning you're like, how is that going to happen? Because it's like an artery of a street that gets you from here to here. But all of a sudden, it's just people on it, and it's such a nicer experience as a walker.
How did they make it happen though? Do you have to park outside somewhere else?
Well, there was probably never parking, but they just put barriers on either side, so you just can't walk in anymore. And then they would have thought about different
But I love it. It's like a
strategies.
little city, you know,
Yeah.
like a little city inside the city.
And it gives you more of a reason to. You'll think, oh, Karama as a destination to spend a day walking will be more achievable than when it was filled with cars.
That's the thing. I love walking, but it's just like because I really get tired from sitting all day. So having that. Like especially in Cole's Creative Center, because you have like a kiosk, places to check out, art, and then drinks. So imagine like a little land for you.
That's kind of already quite pedestrian.
Yeah,
because I would
Sarkal.
never, as a driver, drive in there. But there's obviously lots of cars in there.
Yeah,
but I believe they belong to the people
that work there. But they've last summer I noticed that they allowed cars to enter, for example, the Sarkal Avenue, because it's usually like a walking place. But they allowed cars to enter, and it's really annoying. You know?
Well, they're going to stop.
They're going to stop.
That's going to end now. And lucky that, because more and more people are coming to Dubai, as with regards to our next piece of news.
So Dubai welcomed 18 million plus visitors in 2024. All the Habibis came to Dubai.
They all came.
Dubai has set a new tourism record, welcoming 18.72 million international visitors in 2024, a 9% increase from last year, surpassing the previous record of 17.15 million in 2023. His Highness Sheikh Hamdan bin Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum credits this growth to Dubai's strategic vision, guided by His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, to position the city as a global hub for business, tourism, and investment.
Business, tourism, and investment. It never stops. Key factors driving this success include major international events. You can think about how busy it's been down at DIFC this year with so much going on, targeted global campaigns, and also strong private and public partnerships. This achievement also builds on Dubai's ranking as the #1 city globally for FDI into tourism, among other sectors, reinforcing its status as a magnet for global investors.
With the Dubai Economic Agenda D33 aiming to double the city's economy by 2033, Dubai isn't just setting records, it's shaping the future of travel and business.
And I think you know what Dubai is, on like a personal level for people coming to the city, I think it's the city that just surprises you.
Exactly. I never get bored and I live here because every year there's something new happening. So imagine like a tourist.
This is the thing, and you probably think sky rises, and when you come here you realise that there's so much more to that. There's Al Sarkal, there's the desert, there's Seoul, there's hiking, there's outside of Dubai, there's Hatta.
Beaches.
Mangroves. So nice.
And it's not just Dubai. You can go Abu Dhabi. There's so much to explore. You can go Fujairah. You can go a lot of places to visit. Hatta. Even when you come here, I feel like in Dubai, it's not just, it can't be finished in 10 days. I think you need more than
No.
that.
But you know what I think? I actually think the nature in the countryside is still underappreciated here.
Yeah, I agree.
And although I just said people come for all of the different sides of Dubai, I do think people are still, the perception of international tourists probably is the beach clubs, probably is the nice hotels, probably is the shopping, the restaurants,
the fine
the
dining.
fountains.
Yeah, I think this is what they think.
And as soon as they realize how amazing our countryside is, it's over. It's game over.
It's game over for everyone.
Game over. Because so many people come, like, it's so stunning. Like, have you ever been in the desert and looked up at the stars at night? Like, it's phenomenal.
And the dunes
are
sand
just,
dunes.
and it's not that far
and they're
from the
different
city.
colors, like in light brown, like dark orangish, and they're next to
Crazy.
each other.
Yeah, it's phenomenal.
Crazy. And then you go into the Jeep and you have your little ride. It's so fun.
It's
not
unbelievable.
just fine dining restaurants. There's so much to do. And then you have the old souk, so you can see the new Dubai and the old Dubai. The Dubai frame you can see both sides. There's so much to do. It's not just skyscrapers and stuff. Yeah.
So that 18 million is no doubt going to multiply. So brace yourselves.
Tourism agency.
But if you want to come and you want to do Dubai in under 10 days, you can if you are like our next story, because this athlete ran 7 Emirates in just 6 days, and he did it for an amazing reason. First of all, I'd like to ask, were you part of Burj to Burj this weekend?
Don't call me out.
Okay, me neither. I just saw loads of people part of this amazing community run. It's a Dubai half marathon. You could run different distances.
Would you do it?
Well, it's just done.
Next year.
You get FOMO whenever you see a big community event and everyone's with their medals and everyone's clearly been training for this for months, and then you're sitting there, it's 11 a.m. on a Saturday, Sunday morning, and you're thinking, oh, next year will be my year.
And
then back to sleep.
Back to sleep.
Well, if that gave you FOMO, or if that inspired you, this next story certainly will. Harry Amos, kudos to you, absolutely smashed the record, clocking an incredible, 5 days, 21 hours and 30 minutes, not 6 days. Oh no, but 5 days, 21 hours and 30 minutes to conquer all 7 Emirates.
Starting in Fujairah on Sunday, crossing the finish line at the UAE-Saudi border by Thursday, 1:30 a.m. Harry became the 3rd person ever to complete this challenging course.
And the best part, he did this all to raise charity. His aim was to raise 50,000 dirham for diabetes awareness and care. There he is, absolute legend. 5 to 6 days, 7 Emirates. That's a lot.
I have a lot of questions for him.
Go on, I'll try and answer.
Okay. Did he take a break?
You'd have to, because it's yeah, I would say he definitely took a break, because it's 5 days, 21 hours. We don't have the kilometers that he must have ran, but...
Do you camp out?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because we had a guest last week who ran from Dubai to Jeddah.
Yeah.
2,100 kilometers.
That's a lot.
And they went with a van and they slept in the van on the way.
Oh, okay.
So I would guess Harry did something similar.
And what's the first thing he ate after he completed it?
We need Harry, if you ever see
Harry,
this,
please answer my questions.
Come on the show.
We
need to discuss, because what you've done is phenomenal.
Incredible.
And I do believe this is one of those kind of. We have a huge city of like sports enthusiasts, and this will be one of the UAE specific challenges that endurance athletes kind of go for.
Yeah.
The 7 Emirates in how many days? And did you smash the record, Harry? I think you did.
Wallah, bravo, Harry. This is incredible. I'm so impressed.
Does it inspire you?
No, it doesn't. Sorry. Listen, I like jogging. I enjoy jogging, but like, you know what? In my own pace. I don't have to overdo it.
I like that he did something for a good cause.
But it's good that he did it for a
me.
good cause. Yeah.
That would inspire me for sure.
50,000, that's a lot. That's good.
That was the aim.
Thank you so much, Harry. Coming from me personally.
I hope that we can speak to Harry about this, because this
is incredible.
It's absolutely phenomenal. Let's jump into our next story about relatable life in Dubai.
So this expat spills the tea on life in Dubai, and it's totally relatable. So Dubai expat shared their experiences of life in the city And I think everyone can relate to this. So they said that living in Dubai is a place you never want to leave. From luxury cars, where you're spotting Lamborghinis, Rolls Royce, it's just another day here in the streets, to the endless delivery services that make life effortless. Dubai has a way of spoiling you, as they describe the city as a feeling of a permanent holiday, thanks to its stunning destinations, restaurants, beaches, activities, desert, and so much more. And with Dubai constantly evolving, they noted that the traffic infrastructure are always improving. And one thing that really stood out, which is
cleanliness. Did I write this? Everything is spotless and super clean. So yeah, basically everything we love about the city now is written on the gram in a way that's readable for the masses.
Is that you?
No, but who was it? Can we credit the person?
I think he's an influencer that really wrote to this. But I think it's super relatable because every time I travel to a different continent, I'm like, oh, do they not have InstaShop? Do they not have those delivery services?
Oh
I need the 15-minute services. I need something really quickly.
We're so spoiled.
We're so spoiled.
I think it's when I go home, stores shut
at
5 p.m. And I'm like, but you have work.
That's the exact question I asked.
I'm like, how do you get anything done?
That's what I always ask myself every time I travel. Okay, so you get off work at 5. So if someone needs something urgent, what do they do?
What do you do? And like, healthcare, what if you've got a stomach ulcer late at night? Where are you going?
Pharmacy, like where do you get your stuff?
You don't. This was Ali.dxb23 on TikTok wrote this, and it got a huge response because everyone is like, yes, totally agree with you. These are all of the good things that we love about the city, especially the safety, which we obviously talk about so much, but and then someone said, yet everyone feels lonely here, which I think is a very interesting point to bring up because so many of us move here, we don't have our families.
Exactly, that's true.
Everyone is super open. I found living here 10 years, like everyone is super open to making friends.
To making new friends, yeah.
However, it's not your core group, it's not your family, and there is that sense of, you hear threads of kind of, it's harder to build that real family unit here of people who've got really the same values and morals as you, and it can be a lonely city at the same time.
But I've seen a lot of, on Instagram and TikTok a lot, like those communities are emerging to try to have those people, like have that community sense. So communities for Irish people, I saw a lot. Community for British, I saw a lot. Community for like Indians, I keep seeing it, and I think it's growing and growing. And then there community for girls only. Do you want to go to this? We can just do girls hangouts, girls
all
setups.
All the time I see those messages going out, and you're like, hey, I think I want to go out tonight. I don't want to just like be a girl at a bar and say I want to join me. And everyone's like, yeah, babe, I'll join you.
Yeah,
I'm like, good for you,
it's
gals.
so cute. There are a lot of like Instagram accounts that just specifically for girls. Oh, do you want to go party with no men around you and no alcohol? Yeah, let's do it. We gather all the girls.
But you have to put yourself out there, which is hard. And it's so funny because you see everyone living their best lives, and then it's like, but if you want to make a life here, it's not easy.
It's not easy. You have to put yourself out there.
That's what we need to remember, is that we have all of these blessings, but you still need to work hard. You need to make a fair living, which takes hard work, and you need to put yourself out there
and build
to
a
make
friend
friends.
group. You know, like if you didn't study here, like if you didn't go to school and didn't go to university, I think it's harder to make friends because most of my friends are from university. And work, of course, but it depends on the type of work the workplace you're at.
Someone said, I'm definitely living the same experience as mentioned in this post, so all the good stuff, too spoiled and pampered.
Too spoiled. Every time I read a Reddit thread, whoever moves out of Dubai, they always regret it. They always write it like, I regret moving from Dubai, like I need to come back. The easiness, the lifestyle, the Insta shops.
The Insta shop, by the way.
The deliveries.
If you created Insta shop, you get everything on it, like everything. I remember we had like a medical issue with a family member, and I could just go on and get this stuff that you couldn't get in England
Literally.
and Ireland, and it just arrived at the door in half an hour. They're like, Casey, you genius. I was like, no.
Actually, Insta shop. I'd see
Insta shop. Finally, someone said, let's talk about the bad habits of Dubai. All of those dents on my car from people opening their car doors and smashing my car in the process. What is wrong with you people? And then someone said, agreed.
Okay, that's true, but I always park away from cars, honestly. I don't like to park next to cars.
How do you manage that? I went to the mall this weekend and it's just cars everywhere.
Yeah, there is, honestly, but you pick the farthest spot.
I saw a meme about your kind of people. You're not allowed to say that.
What was the meme?
It was like, it was a big, like, Nissan Patrol parked and an empty car space, and there was loads of cars over here, and it was like you can tell when someone loves their car, and then the camera pans over and it's like one car in the distance is parked solo.
Yeah, I don't want people hitting my car.
I've never noticed getting dids, but I never check.
And especially if I ever take my brother's car, this man calls me and he asks me, "Did you park my car far away from people?" I'm like, "Yeah, I promise."
Okay, so that's where you like.
That's where I got it from. He's older, yeah.
So he's given you that. I've never heard of it.
Yeah, because it happened to his car multiple times, and he loves his car and he doesn't want anything to happen to it. He's like, "Please park away from people." And sometimes he's like, "Send me a picture. I want to see how you parked."
Oh my gosh. Well, I mean, your car care is one thing, but when you have someone else's car, the last thing you want to do is get it done.
Yeah,
Fair
exactly.
enough.
I understand. So I get it. That's why I don't complain.
Fair enough. Fair enough. That's nice of your brother to lend you his car.
Yeah, exactly.
I would say. From silence to success, our next guest is Shezad Nawab, MBE, and we're going to talk about how he overcomes barriers. He's going to be with us after this very short break. He was born deaf, so he will be joined by an interpreter for our interview. Please stay tuned. We're very excited to welcome him on the show after this break. welcome back to the Lovin Dubai show. Today's guest is Shezad Nawab, MBE, an inspiring entrepreneur, speaker, and a business strategist born deaf. He turned challenges into opportunities, building a successful career and inspiring others along the way. We're also going to be joined by Aisha, who will be interpreting our conversation. We're really excited for this interview. Welcome to the Lovin Dubai show today, Shezad.
Welcome to the show.
Hello, good morning all.
So the journey of you were born deaf, which is really, and became an MBE, which is really, really inspiring. Can you tell us more about your MBE?
Wow, it's very inspiring. I was born deaf in England and I grew up. It was very hard. The vision was not easy. All around me are hearing people. For the deaf, it was very difficult as a deaf to grow up, how to encounter all these challenges. The education, then I graduated with my master's degree in business, entrepreneurship, and finally I succeeded and got my MBE, and it was very important things. Yeah, 17.
And what would you say was the biggest challenge you faced in becoming an entrepreneur?
The challenge I had is in taking all the business trends going around me and trying to resolve. For me, it was very challenging. The communication was very disturbing. I couldn't. I had to write at the beginning, then I have to look for interpreters. That was the biggest challenge for me, the communication.
Understood.
So from your experience, what would you think is a one common mistake that new business owners tend to make?
There are a lot of mistakes and there's a lot of fails, and we keep trying. For the entrepreneurs, the planning, the clarity of the vision, a lot of mistakes are there. They are not sure about what they want. Then they will realize, oh, my vision was not correct. So it's easy for the deaf, it's not easy also. So we benefit from the others' mistake. We need to learn from the others what's going on. And we need to share, discuss. For me, the mainstreaming, it was a challenge for me, yeah. Sorry. Yeah, the mainstreaming was helpful for me.
Interesting. And I guess as someone who advocates for inclusivity in business, what could companies be doing more of? Where are companies going wrong?
I myself am deaf, and I have groups, and I look at the hearing people, and we need an interpreter too, being that mainstreaming is possible. And we meet with people, we do interviews, we do face-to-face discussions. Then I communicate with them, then I know more about them. But for me, the mainstreaming, we need an interpreter. All the businesses, they should bring interpreters.
You have your own book. It's called Born Deaf to an MBE, which is this one. We have it right here. It describes your journey. What's one lesson from your story that you'd like to tell the world?
About writing my book, I started before the COVID. Then I was staying home, not going out. I started to think about writing the book. The idea was there before, yeah. Then, yeah, he named it Born Deaf to my journey to getting the MBE. There are stories. I realized that during the COVID, I cannot go out and meet people, do anything, so I decided to stay home. 2022, he published the book. I'm asking that you need to tell them a lesson you learned.
Yeah.
I want to show the hearing people that for a deaf person, what does it mean to live in a world of the hearing? And so they understand my point of view. Now, all of you are hearings, and we have interpreters, and now it's clear, the communication. I can go through my problem and resolve it, but we need, for setting up businesses, we need teamwork. A lot of, he said, I cannot communicate with you. We need an interpreter or a communication media to facilitate the communication.
Very important to tell your story. While you're here, could you possibly teach us how to say thank you in sign language so our communication skills can improve?
It is that thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Get it.
So if you can go back in time, if you can go back to time to give your younger self one piece of advice, what would it be?
My advice would be people hearing and deaf should be together, and they should feel proud. I realized watching the things all around the world, the people in America and UK, I understood that world is different. The hearing world and the deaf world totally are different. And we must feel proud. Whether you are a hearing person or a deaf person, you should feel proud of yourself. I joined workshops and I joined a lot of classes, and I feel that working together is most the important thing.
Brilliant. You have been honoured with an MBE, and I wonder what brings you to Dubai and what's next for you?
Good question. I'm in the UK. I accomplished a lot of achievements, and I'm a successful businessman there. And I want to set up a program in the Arab world, a program, aiming resolving the issues for the deaf in business. I want to come here and see what's going on in the area and help the deaf community here, because I feel they are behind. Yeah, he wants them to improve the situation and make that clear.
That's an amazing, extraordinary mission. Thank you for coming on the
Thank
show.
you.
Thank you, Aisha, for interpreting.
You're most welcome.
It's a really inspiring mission that you have, and we wish you the best of luck. Thank you so much. Thank you, Masa.
Thank you, Casey.
And that brings us to the end of the Lovin Dubai show on this beautiful Monday morning.